really looked at everything from all the previous games and really wanted to see where we could improve each thing. And nothing was sacred, so we really improved all aspects of the game, even from swinging around the city, combat. We have a whole new combat system with aerial attacks, web attacks, a lot more web-centric combat, which obviously is a thing that you want in a Spider-Man game, which we didn't have as much of in the past. Every single thing we built, we wanted to make sure had different objectives, different things to do, playing up the game mechanics. I mean, this character is pretty unique and he does a lot of different things, so we wanted to make sure to play up each of those aspects throughout the course of the game. The boss fight experiences are really set piece experiences versus sort of running into a room and just fighting an enemy that tends to be harder. There's really stuff to do. We also took a look at sort of how we frame the action and in a cinematic way as well. So what we also wanted to do is bring that sort of movie cinematography into play. We do have 10 storylines, one of which is the movie, so we really brought that to the table on the 9 other storylines as well. There's quite a lot of game there. I think the ones we're talking about right now are the Lizard and Scorpion, and there's a handful of others that I'm sure you guys will see. We didn't really take away the physics feeling and the feeling that you're really whipping around corners, but what we did was we added the visual feel to it as well. So we have the camera that moves around just slightly to give you that really whipping feel as you come around corners. It's not as fixed, and what that allows us is a lot of movement on the screen and really that sort of robust, like when Spider-Man launches himself into the air and he does that big sweeping arms back, you really feel that the camera's sort of involved in that process too. For us, story missions and city missions and fun things to do in the city all were equal to us, so we made sure to put the same sort of effort into each one of those things. So you're never really going to come across anything that's not really challenging or fun, or in most cases actually has some connection with the story. So it's kind of a neat experience, and it's a little bit different than what we've done in the past. We actually control the Goblin on the CE version with the 6-axis, as well as the regular version. It's kind of neat, it's a neat feel, it's flight mechanics, so you definitely get a different experience on the PS3 than you do on the 360 in that regard.
So different versions are going to have different features?
In respect to the PS3 CE, the Collector's Edition, you get to play as Goblin.
How much Goblin content is there in the PS3 version?
There's really quite a bit, actually. We built it with the intent of having a full play experience for players after they've gotten to that point. When it comes to achievements, we really spread it across. There's some fun, easy ones that you can do. There's some really difficult and challenging ones to do, and then there's the things that you would think were more traditional, like finishing story arcs and things like that.
What do you say to those fans to convince them to buy Spider-Man 3?
Well, this is the biggest Spider-Man game we've ever made. I don't know what I was thinking, but it is, and I think they're really going to be excited because I think we've tied more closely to the movie than ever before in the game aspect, and we have more storylines than ever before. It's the biggest Manhattan we've ever created, and I think we really took the time to make sure that each experience was unique and a fun time for the players. So I'm really excited to get this into people's hands and see what they think. In stores, day and date with the movie, May 4th.
Well, thanks so much for talking to us.
Thank you.